Hello everybody, welcome back to TGY Podcast. How's everybody doing today? I always start this off so like, I don't know why, I'm shy. I'm shy. But anyways, today I have something fun to show you guys. It is a cherry blossom tree. It's a Lego set. I bought it off TikTok shop like 4 months ago and I have procrastinated making it. But to like force me into making it, each episode I'm gonna make it. And we're gonna see how many episodes it takes me to finish this. It has actually got like 2,000 pieces and it's not like official Lego, so it's like the tiny versions of Lego, so it's a bit more difficult. I remember I tried to start doing it like a couple months ago, but I think it was just too complicated, so I kind of gave up. But this is how far I've actually gone. But we are going to attempt to do this whilst I yap. So yeah, there's so many different like bits and bobs. But how's mine been? I've been good. It's been so cold in London recently, and I'm literally praying for the I like the day that I see like a little bit of sunshine. I walk out and it's not -5 degrees. I'm going to scream. I might just shed a couple tears because I don't know. I really I hate the cold. I think the biggest reason that I hate the cold is because I get overstimulated so easily. So when I have to go outside and wear like 72 layers in order not to like freeze, it's just a bit much. Like, I love summer. Like, I love being able to just put on, like, a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and leave my house. Not, like, 4 layers, 2 socks, a hat and a scarf, and gloves. But, luckily for me, I'm going away at the end of the month. I'm going on holiday. You guys will see where I go. I'm going to vlog it. I'm going to buy a new camera, and we're going to vlog it. We're going to see where I go and what I get up to. I'm really excited. The climate is hot. It's not cold. That's all I care about, if I'm honest. Okay, so there's this instruction manual, and I just need to figure out where I'm at. Honestly, it is actually so confusing for no reason. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but like they basically just told me figure it out, and I guess that's like the aim. But let me lock in. Let me actually lock in and try and see like what's actually going on here. Firstly, before I start, I just wanted to give a public service announcement to a certain individual who I am really not fond of at the moment. And that individual is those dumb idiots who camp in the like bottom left-hand corner of a COD map and just snipe and then think they're good at the game. That's my public service announcement. Fuck you. Maybe that was a bit harsh. I think that was a bit harsh. But, like, what's the actual reason? You're not good at the game. I hate it so much. Because, like, Black Ops 6, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. Also, can I just say, the Squid Game update was so shit. Me and my boyfriend, I don't really know the story or anything like that. But I do play the multiplayer with my boyfriend. And I'm actually not too bad at it. So, yeah. But I've had too many occasions where I've gone into a game and it's unplayable because, like, player idiot number 72 is like camping in the corner for the whole game and literally just sniping me. Like, he's waiting at the fucking respawn point to just snipe me as soon as I like am alive again. And then they'll come out of the game and have like 52 kills and do like a stupid emote at the end as if they're good at the game. No, you're just bored. You're bored. That's not fun. That's not a game. You're just lonely. And maybe I'm just salty because I can't get a kill. But either way, no. Like, abolish you. Oh my gosh, I just realized another thing that's exciting. I now have a TikTok and an Instagram account for this channel where I just will post clips from the podcast. Expand the audience in that. So yeah, I'll put the link in the caption so you guys can go follow that. But yeah, what has gone on in the world recently? To be honest, a lot has gone on in the world recently. Trump's a thing. How this man is back as president, only God knows. But that's so crazy. Do you not think that is so insane? I pray for everybody in America. America's a bit like shaky over there right now because there's too much going on. Like, to be fair, the whole world is shaky. Politics, drama, money, greed. That sums up the world, unfortunately. But you know what? I have hope that it will get better. I hope at least one day people will come to their senses. And yeah. Right now, I'm like fiddling with this elastic band, but I actually bought something really cool. I think it's really cool. I fell victim to TikTok. I fell victim to the Nido. It's like a little squishy ball. Like, it's like It's just a little squishy ball from TikTok. Well, it wasn't from TikTok. I got it from Scribbler in London. But it's literally just, it's so squishy, and it's very satisfying squish. But it does get really dirty really easily, because it's like that type of material where, like, you know, like when you drop it and it's just got dust and it's like sticky, but it's not sticky, but the dust sticks to it. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Okay, Maya, look in. I'm gonna see if I can even get the first step. I think I'm gonna need to pour all of these out on the table so I actually have a grasp of what's going on. If the pieces were like as big as original actual Lego, then it wouldn't be as difficult, but it's because like each Lego block is like 1/4 of a centimeter small. Like, please, I have a really good recommendation for you guys. Watch Boy Swallows the Universe. It's on Netflix. It's this American series. It used to be a book and then it was turned into a series. It's quite a heavy show. It's like topics of addiction and, I know, family drama and stuff, but it's like, it's really cool because it's like it's an adult show, but it's filmed through the eyes or like from the perspective of a 13-year-old boy. And usually when you see like, I don't know, adult TV shows, like there may be children involved in the show, but you never really see it from their perspective. And this show is all from his perspective. And when I tell you, this show broke my heart, rebuilt it again, and broke my heart. And it was one of those ones where like I'm actually sat on the edge of my seat. Like the last episode, like it was so stressful, but I can't say anymore. Please watch it. It will change your life. There's a book and I really want to read the book, but I need to like let it marinate in my brain so I kind of forget the story. But my favorite book in the whole wide world, this is a completely different recommendation, but The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. If there's anything that you will take from any video of mine, it should be read that book. It is so good. It is so, like, the way it's written, it's like, it's just, I don't know, something about it. Please just read it. Like, I promise you will not disappoint. Like, I remember I have so many videos on Snapchat and I was like sat there literally crying my eyes out reading this book, and this was like the 4th time I had read it, by the way. Like, I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm still crying. It's just written in such a way where it's like, it feels so real, it feels so easy to read and easy to consume. I hope you understand what I mean. I understand what I mean. I hope you do too. I just said that. Anyways, okay. So, I need this piece. Do you want to know something so funny? When I was younger, you know when like just the concept of swearing is introduced to you? Like, I remember, like, I don't know how old I was. I must have been like 7, 8. I don't know, I must have been quite young, and I was aware of what swear words were, in the sense that there were some words that I wasn't meant to say, or like I would get in trouble if I said it. And I remember like this is kind of embarrassing. I remember literally, I have such a vivid memory of me crouched up in my nan's kitchen, like in the corner of a room, and I would literally like go like, fuck and shit. I would literally sit there, like, whispering to myself, like, even cupping it into my own ear, like, so petrified that someone would hear me. And I don't know, like, I thought, like, I don't know, the universe would strike me down if I said bitch, but I would do that. And I would get I would feel like, like, I'd have a bit more jig in my step after that, because I don't know, I just thought I was cool, I thought I was hard. And I remember the first time, also, someone called me a bitch. You don't understand. It felt like that they just killed my whole family. I remember it was like a family friend's house, and my mum's friend had a daughter. She was the same age as me, and for some reason we must have argued. And you know those Etch-a-Sketch thingies? I'll put a picture up, like, somewhere, if, like, in case you don't know what I mean. But it's like those, it was like the fucking whiteboard before the whiteboard. Anyways, so we must have been arguing, and I think, like, I must have been staying at hers, and it must have been the morning, and we couldn't talk because we didn't want to wake our parents up, like my mum and her mum up. I was in her room. For some reason, we were beefing, but she called me a bitch through the Etch-a-Sketch. And I was like, what the fuck? I remember literally, like, crying. Like, I remember I read it, and I felt like a dudush to my chest, because I was like, I've actually just been called a bitch. And I remember like I took it so personally that to be honest, that was probably my first time being called a bitch. So like it did hurt, but we made up and we were friends again. Another like funny story that I remember regarding swearing is like in primary school, yeah, we had this like wall at the back of our playground, and for some reason like we used to get like chalks from like outside and stuff, or like I don't know, like if they were stones, I don't know what the fuck we used, but people could write on the the wall. Like people weren't allowed to write on it, but people did anyways. And I think like it was just like a group of me and my friends. Oh, I can't lie, primary school was so much fun. Like if like I said this in like 2 videos ago, but like honestly take me back to my year 6 primary school disco, because that was actually my peak. Like okay, it definitely wasn't my peak, but in the sense that like it was bliss. It was like I had no worries. My biggest stress was that my loom band bracelet broke on my way to my school disco, but that was it. That was the peak of my worries. Anyways, so that's I completely went off track. But so someone must have written bitch on the wall at the back of the playground, and I think because there was such a big group of children like hovering this wall, the teacher came and was like basically like, who the fuck did that? Long story short, everyone snaked on the girl because they don't want to get in trouble, but yeah, she got in trouble for that. I don't remember where I was going with this, but let me lock in again because I need to figure my life out. Okay, so I have that. Okay, I'm just gonna cut back to when I've actually like arranged all these pieces, because this is taking a while. Like it's because like each picture of the Lego block is so small, I can't like visually see how many like little circles each block is meant to have in it, so I have to like really look in and try and count and like anyways. Okay, well, I've actually spent the past 20 minutes trying to rearrange these pieces for this Lego, right? And I think I'm missing a piece and I'm going insane. I'm literally losing my marbles. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break and just talk, because that's what I'm here to do. That's what they pay me to do, and I'm joking. I wish. I wish. Anyways, another thing, like, you know how like everyone thought the world was gonna end in 2012? Like, I feel like every year there's always like a conspiracy that the world was gonna like implode. I remember like when I was younger, I was like chronically online. Actually, I wasn't chronically online. Like, I was a very like outdoorsy child. Like, I enjoyed going outside. But equally, I had free, unrestricted internet access. So therefore, you know, all of those like, what is it called? SMG? Those are like stupid like Illuminati KSI like videos with like Snoop Dogg and like the fucking Nyan cat, like that era of like YouTube and stuff. Like not even YouTube, but just the internet. Like I remember like when I saw that like the world was gonna apparently end on like what, the 25th of January 2012. I remember like in primary school we used to go to the library like every week, and we would walk as a class there to the library and walk back. And I remember like this was like in like year 4, by the way. I remember walking to the library and thinking like, I hope I get to the end of the school day. I just want to say hello. I just want to say goodnight to my mom again. Like I remember like properly fucking stressing out, thinking I'm not gonna make it to the end of this school day because I thought the world was gonna end. Honestly, I've been coaxed from the beginning, guys. But yeah, what a full circle moment. There was me like this time last year thinking Putin was gonna invade. I remember I touched on this last episode, but like I don't know why, like the internet is so fearmongery, and like once you interact with the post like along the lines of literally anything, you're gonna just get like recommended like so much shit like that. Like, and last year I was just on the side of TikTok where like, you know how like last year everyone thought that Rishi Sunak was gonna draft us to fucking fight in the Syria war, like that was the that was where I was at. But like growth, improvement, I'm here now on it. But yeah, crazy work. But no, primary school was so much fun. I remember like we used to play like dodgeball. Dodgeball was so much fun. Dodgeball was like one of my favorite sports, and bulldog. I remember when Michael Jackson died. I remember like going into school and there was this boy in my primary school who was just like had this obsession with Michael Jackson, and I remember him like, I don't know if he was crying, but he was wallowing on about the fact that Michael Jackson died. To be fair, so was a lot of people. I feel like he was quite an iconic character. But yeah, I remember that. What else happened in like primary school? Oh my gosh, I remember when like all of me and my friends, like, you know when everyone like hit puberty, and I remember like wearing a bra and like boobs and like that was like, that started to be a thing. And I remember like there was this time, like, bear in mind in primary school, like I literally, like, I had no boobs, like I don't know why I expected to, but like it was like that point in school where like all of your friends were like hitting puberty and like getting like couple spots and like stuff like that. And I remember even like my friend was like flexing to me because she had a spot before I did and she had grown up. I remember like praying for a spot and then like regretting that, because in secondary school, wow, I had a lot of spots. I'm luckily my skin's clearing up now. Thank you to flaxseed and green tea. So at this point in life, I didn't need a bra. Like, there was absolutely no reason, but I thought I was that girl, and I thought I was also 22. So I remember I went to my friend's house after school, and she lent me a bra to borrow, and I remember I wore it the whole day throughout school. No one would have known anyways, but it just gave me some like sort of like self-fulfillment that I was wearing a bra now. I'm a bad bitch. Anyways, then I remember I get home and like obviously my mom could probably notice because I was wearing like a normal polo t-shirt with this like bra that was like 7 sizes too big. Yeah, and so she was like to me, "What is that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Show me. Like, look, pull your top down." And I was like, "No." Like, I remember like being like, "No, like why?" Like there's like I'm like I remember just moving my mad shady about it. Anyways, so she lifts up. Well, she doesn't lift up my top, but she realizes it's a bra and she like crashes out because she's like, whose bra have you got on? Why are you wearing a bra? You're in year 5, relax. At that time, I took that as a major offense. I thought she was taking my womanhood from me and cried. Probably locked myself in the bathroom, cried some more, and that was it. That was school. I remember also there was this time where like I had this era of primary school where like a lot of my friends, they used to live in like the same like kind of estate area, so after school I would always go to theirs and play out for like a couple hours and then go back home. And for some reason, like, I don't know, they would, because they all lived there and I didn't, they would all be able to like go home and like change into like normal clothes and play out and stuff, but I felt left out because I was in my school uniform still. And what I did was, I remember there was this one day I packed clothes to take to primary school to change into like when school had finished, just to play out. By the way, I wasn't doing anything important. I was probably getting like an ice pole and like swinging on the swing, but I must have picked up this literally like this color, this bright pink vest with like these bright yellow shorts with these white long socks, and I had like what, kickers on. Anyways, so like my plan was, okay, because like I didn't want my mum to see that I had changed, so my plan was to change back into my school clothes before I got home, because I know she would crash out, because like what the hell am I doing? Anyways, so I was like where I used to live before, I used to live in a block, and it's like you would go into the block and then go up to the flat. So my plan was like, okay, let me just fucking like change in the lift or some shit. So there was 2 ways that I could get home. It's either I go with the front way or the back way. And usually like on a school day in summer, my mum would chill outside the front with like her friends and just like wait for me to come home. So I was like, okay, but I'm gonna take the back way. I'm gonna be a smart ass and go the back way around so she won't see me. Tell me why I start walking the back way. Like, I go past the corner and it's like a big like kind of, it's like just a lot of grass. I go around the corner and I literally make eye contact with my mum. Where like, well, it probably wasn't difficult to see me because I was dressed like a fucking highlighter, but she looks at me and I don't know if I tried to like walk back or like it settled in that I had fucked up. I walked to her and I don't even know if she was mad. She was just more like, what are you, firstly, what are you doing? Secondly, what are you wearing? I think she just told me to go upstairs and probably told me I couldn't play out, because also when I got home, like, I have a friend who lived next to me growing up. I used to play out with them all day until I would have to go up and eat dinner and stuff, because my mum and her mum were best friends. But yeah, and she was just like, what the fuck are you doing? And so I probably got sent upstairs and couldn't go back outside to play out. I feel like when I was younger, I was mad cheeky. I was very, very cheeky. Like, I have so many pictures. I thank my nan and my mum and just my family, because I have a lot of pictures from when I was younger, because they like taking a lot of pictures. So do I. I think that's why now I like taking a lot of pictures, because like it's the closest thing to reliving a memory than the memory itself. Look at this. A full cup of Red 40. No, I'm joking. It is cranberry juice, but it tastes, I don't know, it's Aldi version cranberry juice, and I don't know. I don't think I trust it. It tastes like I'm drinking like hydrochloride acid. It's like, I know cranberry juice is sour, but I'm drinking it for survival because the water's in the bedroom. Okay, imagine like you've just brushed your teeth and you try and have like a glass of orange juice or apple juice, and it's just got that tangy taste because you've literally just had toothpaste in your mouth. That's how that tastes. And I remember yesterday, like, me and my boyfriend tried it and he was like, what the fuck, that tastes weird. And I was like, oh, it's probably just because I had just brushed my teeth. Turns out it just tastes weird. Survival. Like, there were so many times where like I would get in trouble a lot when I was younger. Just more time I would just do dumb shit. But like, there was this time I didn't even do dumb shit, but like, did anyone else's parents like make them finish their dinner before they could leave the table? Anyways, my mum used to do that, and I remember there was this time where I had this, like, she didn't even make it. She bought it from like Sainsbury's, and it was this salmon. Like, when I think about this story, I remember I explained it to my boyfriend the other day. I literally, I want to gag. It was this salmon, and it was like, I don't know, fucking infused in lemon and lime. Like, it was just lemon and lime salmon. I don't know. But it, like, fish and lime, I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of lime. But fish and lime, I'm sorry, not in even any instance. Even if I did like lime, should fish and lime go together? But that's just a preference, that's just me personally. Anyways, she puts the plate down in front of me, and like, I go to eat it, and I'm like, I can't eat it. And so what she would do is she'd like leave me to eat, obviously, and then she'd come back like 20 minutes later to see how I'm getting on with my food, and basically I didn't touch it because it was disgusting. Like, I literally like remember, like, if I like smelling it, like I would literally like gag. And I remember I had like the TV on in the background, like, and stuff, and so if I wasn't fucking eating, she would turn off the TV. And that was like, you know how people like can't like eat their food without YouTube? That was me with the TV, but I was also 7, so you can imagine how that went. I was crying at that point, and I remember like literally snotty nose, like crying, like forcing this salmon down my throat, like literally like there's never been a food where I've like audibly actually gagged, sorry, I'm kind of getting flashbacks, but it was disgusting. I remember like crying into this plate of salmon, like wishing like this just shit would be over. Like, that was my biggest stress in primary school, eating salmon and lime. That was my biggest stress. And yeah, man, childhood was so much fun. I have like a couple diaries. Like, when I go back home next, I want to get some, because I want to I just used to like write shit down, and like I just have such like cool like fucking artifacts from when I was younger, and I want to share them with you. Plus, I kind of want to relive my childhood, to an extent. But okay, I'm gonna try find this supposedly missing piece. Am I being stupid? I've just found it. Last time I started this Lego set, I had put some pieces together. So I was looking for this piece, but it was on another piece. Okay, well, I found it now. And like, I'm like ticking it off, like, as I've like found the amount of pieces, because it's like it's asking me for two and like 3, and like, and it's too confusing. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's the 9th one? Please, I'm not trying to go insane today. You know, maybe I just firm it with the 8 for now. See how it goes. I feel like I'm stressing myself out about this a bit too much. Okay, so it's so funny. I saw this meme, and it was like, people will get like a MacBook and all of a sudden they want to do their work in Costa. Okay, so looking for 5.6. Like this, the way I haven't even started assembling anything. I'm just trying to figure out what is actually going on. Okay. Also, another stupid thing. All of these, like, okay, calm. Like, they have different steps. This is step 1. This is page 1. The pieces in page 1 are distributed throughout different bloody bags. And there's, like, 5 bags of these. Like, there's 2,800 pieces. 2,008 pieces. And you want me to scavenge hunt through, like, 7 bags to find, like, literally, it's, like, smaller than my fingernail. Yes, yes. Skibbity bob, bob, yes. Skibbity dob, 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 dob. That, like, when that thing was happening, that skibbity bob shit, like, it was just, I found it so funny at the time. It's low-key funny now, but that guy made billions from shaking his tummy and saying skibbity bob, bob. Where's my millions? I just did it. Okay. 11. Oh my gosh, Stranger Things. To be fair, I remember I watched like the first 2 seasons of it and then I never finished it, but the last season's coming out this year. I swear there was some controversy. Wasn't Noah Schnapp like agreeing with like Israel? I might be spreading mass misinformation. Please don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm just brainstorming. Song of the week. What is my favourite song recently? Headlock by Imogen Heap. I've been rinsing that song recently. Drift by Merges is a really good song. You guys should you should follow my Spotify. It's in the description. I think I have quite a decent music taste. Oh, no. If I drop one of these pieces, it's like I've dropped like a ring into the sea. What's that Kim Kardashian meme? My bracelet, my earring. My earring. Okay. Now I just need 11 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please don't let me go crazy right now. 11. Woo! Okay, so I have completed the first step. I have not completed the first step. I have just made all the pieces like individualized. I don't think that's the word that I'm looking for. I think you might get what I mean. All of these pieces here, I can see them right here, individually. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so now comes the difficult part. Actually putting this shit together. Okay. I can't lie, this shit does not make sense. Am I just daft? Is that the actual problem? I'm sorry. This looks like I should do like a master's in architecture, because what's going on? Okay, guys, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in again. And oh my gosh, it's 6. Time goes so quick. I wish there were more hours in a day. I was having a debate with my boyfriend whether like I would want there to be more hours in a day or more days in a week or more days in a month. Like, give me like 24 hours in a day. Give me 28 hours. Also, what do you mean the average, like, okay, I work 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday. If you take away 8 hours from me, I only have 16 hours to exist. I need to sleep for at least 8. So what do you mean? I have like, and like by the time I get home and like sort my life out, I literally have like 5 hours to exist as a human being in this world before I have to go to sleep and go back to work. But the grind is worth it. The grind will pay off. Trust the universe, guys. But yeah, a couple extra hours in the day would be amazing. And also, it should be illegal. What do you mean? How is it allowed? How have we all like collectively like said it's okay? I have an 8-hour shift and I get a 30-minute break. Out of 8 hours, you're actually giving me 30 minutes. I think that is insane. I think that is criminal. And like at work, like obviously everyone will go on their break. Like maybe like they'll start, because like I work in a warehouse and like let's say canteen's here and the main warehouse where everyone is here. Walking there is a good like couple minutes. By the time you microwave your food and wait for like the 5 other people in there to microwave their food, that's like 10 minutes of your break gone. And they're like pissy and like, oh, you must go on your break when it is your break at 10:30, not 5 minutes or 10 minutes before. But it's just like, as you're sat in your warm, cushy fucking office upstairs, I'm literally shivering in this warehouse because for some reason someone keeps the bay doors open all the time. I'm probably talking gibberish to someone that hasn't worked in a warehouse, but trust me, they just do the most sometimes. But to be fair, I quite like my job. Like, it's not really too demanding, and I work with my boyfriend, so it's like my best friend's there all the time. And all the people I work with are actually okay. I work on the early shift, and there's a late shift, and I'm just really happy that I'm on the early shift, because I promise you, like, the combined brain cells of that PM shift is about 4. But let me not start. Let me not start. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this and then carry on talking, because I've clearly proven to myself that I can't multitask. Lots of love. Okay, so we're making progress. By progress, I mean I have mapped out the pieces of Lego that I need to put down onto the Lego base, but I have not done that yet. But I'm gonna take a break, because I've actually been doing this for too long. I've been trying to figure this shit out for the past like 20 minutes, and that calls for another yap break. But another thing that, like, whilst I was doing it, I was like just thinking about primary school and like what the hell like actually was that. And I remember there was this girl, this was like this is a traumatizing memory. I'm letting you in on my deep secrets. There was this girl, in my year, and you know those absolute weirdos that used to be able to flick their eyelids inside out? She was in the year below me, and for some reason thought it was funny to do that dumb shit and like chase me around the school playground. I remember like she flicked her eyelids up and everyone thought it was funny. I remember like there was like a big group of people, she did it and everyone was like wow, and I literally like slowly walked away. And I think because people started to clock on that I was actually shit scared of this, they thought it was funny just to bring her to me. And like I remember like she chased me around the playground with her eyelids flicked up, and I remember literally like screaming, crying, and I remember like I ran into the bathroom and I locked myself in the bathroom and I stayed there until I made sure she was gone. I didn't make sure she was gone until I just heard she was gone. But yeah, that was my victim era. I remember also in primary school, someone started to chase me around with a snail. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because snails are like, I feel like now, actually no, one of my biggest fears is snails. I can't tell you why. I know they are probably like the least harmless insect, but they are just disgusting. What do you mean? They're just slimy, like slugs. They're just actually disgusting. I remember there was a time I was at my friend's and I must have been in her garden, and I must have been barefooted, and we was like playing it or something, and I stepped on a snail. And I think that was the most traumatizing thing I ever had in my life, because even thinking about it, I felt the shell crack underneath my bare feet, and it was just sludge. It was disgusting. And yeah, but that happened before. That happened after like that whole primary school incident of someone like chasing me around with a slug or a snail. I deep it, like a lot of the time in primary school people just rage baited me. Like that's actually all it was just rage baiting, and I fell for the bait every single time. Okay, I'm gonna try and like progress. I'm going to try and progress with this thingy-majiggy, this Lego cherry blossom tree. At this rate, I might just finish it by 2027, but we'll see. Please. Oh, yes, I did it. Like, I can't explain to you guys why it's confusing. Actually, yes, I can just show you, but I can't be bothered to move the camera. Basically, like, no, I can't be bothered to explain. Just know it's difficult, but I'm getting there. I put the first other piece down. Give me my Grammy. Give me my award. Women in STEM. I feel like I'm doing surgery. Like, you know that game, Operation? Oh my gosh, Operation. That was a good game. You know that game, Hungry Hippo? I used to play Hungry Hippo all the time. I had a Hungry Hippo thingy. And when I was younger. Elephant. Does anyone know Elephant? Elephant was so much fun. That's kind of clear in the name. Elephant was like this elephant. It was like it looked like a Hoover basically, but just imagine the Hoover. Like, I'm gonna just put a picture of an elephant because I can't actually describe it. But what I can is this elephant with this massive long. I was gonna say beak. What's going on with me? What's that trunk? Elephant's trunk. It's got this big trunk, but it's like a vacuum, but the opposite of a vacuum. It pushes the air out like a leaf blower. Yes, and it's got these little like butterflies, and and the aim of the game is just to catch the butterflies. And I used to play that a lot when I was younger. That was really fun. Twister was also really fun. To be fair, the thing I like about Twister is I can play it now, and I could play it at 10 years old and it still be as fun. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that it's this piece here, and then this piece. Guys, I am cooking. Guys, I'm so proud of myself. I'm actually getting somewhere. Maya, when she follows instructions and it actually works. Something that I do a lot and that I've realized is kind of a problem. Like for some reason, I don't know if this is an ADHD thing, I don't know if this is a Maya thing, I don't know what type of thing this is, but when people talk to me, I will like automatically like subconsciously anticipate what they're gonna say. And so more time, like there'll be times where someone's talking to me and I'll finish their sentence for them, and like 9 times out of 10 I'm correct, like I know what they're gonna say. But there are times where I actually blurt out the most wrong shit, and it's so embarrassing because it's like someone will be saying like, okay, like imagine they're trying to tell me, so you need to put this in the washing machine, and they'll be talking like, so you need to, and I'll be like, oh yeah, put this in the fridge, and they'll be like, no, like the washing machine, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I'm just like, why the hell did I do that? I've embarrassed myself. Because that will happen at work. Like my manager will tell me to do something and I'll be like, yeah. And then he'll be like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. But the majority of the time it works in my favor and I am actually correct. But just like my boyfriend just calls me out on it because like he'll be explaining something to me and then I'll like finish a sentence. He's like, no, just listen to me. And I'm like, okay, sorry. I don't know why I do that, but I'm sorry and I'm listening. Open ears. Ears open. What's it called? I'm all ears. That's what it's called. I'm all ears. Did anyone else when they were younger like play with those? It was like a massive like board and you had sequins and you could pin different colored sequins to it and it was like numbered and it would like be a picture like of like an owl or some shit. Like I remember I had one of those when I was younger and I remember I spent like literally like so many days on it and my mum bought me a couple because it was really fun. I really liked shit like that, like just things that were like stimulate, like it's the same with me now. Like I enjoy tasks that are like brain stimulating enough to keep me interested and like focused, but not too much to the point where it's overwhelming and not too little to the point where it's boring. I feel like shit like that and shit like fucking like pins and colours and like, oh my gosh, there's this game I'm actually obsessed with. I fell victim to Block Blast. You probably have seen Block Blast because it's literally like every mobile phone game ad ever. But it's like Gen Z Candy Crush. No, it's not. I was gonna say Gen Z Candy Crush, but it's more like Gen Z. What's the word? Tetris. It's kind of like that. Like you just have to get points and like fill up the blocks, but it's a blast. Block Blast. That was a shit joke. And that is also key to shut up. So I'm going to say goodbye now. This is the end of this week's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed my doom yapping session. And I can't wait to see you guys next time, where I will hopefully have a little bit more than this done. I'm going to carry on for a little while and listen to some music. But I think that's, yeah. I'm done talking now. So goodbye. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you guys have a good day, whatever day it is for you, and lots of love. Goodbye.